Hello students. Students, welcome you all to the English class. And today we are starting 5th chapter, The 100 Dresses. Students, this chapter has two parts, The 100 Dresses, part 1 and part 2. And today we are starting part 1. The 100 Dresses, this story is a sensitive account of a poor school girl whose name is Wanda Petronsky. She is a young Polish girl and she studies in one of the American schools where she is mocked at by American classmates. And why the students mock at her, why they tease her, we will study in detail in the chapter. So let's start the chapter now. Today, Monday, Wanda Petrosky was not in her seat, but nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. Now, when the story starts, the author talks about the day Monday when Wanda Petrosky was not in the school, she was not in her seat, but nobody even bothered why she was not there, why she was absent. Even the two girls, Peggy and Madeline, who often started fun with Wanda Petrosky, they also did not notice. Usually, Wanda sat in the seat next to the last seat in the last row in room 13. Their classroom was room number 13, and she often sat on the seat next to the last seat also in the last row. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat, the corner of the room where there was most scuffling of feet, most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor. And she sat in the corner of the room where mostly rough boys sat. The rough boys who had never got good marks, and also they made sound while sitting there. They did the scuffling of the feet. Scuffling means noisy, dragging movements of the feet on the ground. They often made sound with their feet, and there was roars of laughter also whenever anything funny was said, and also the place was full of mud and dirt. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. And most of the boys sat in the corner seat because they were rough boys. They didn't want to study, but Wanda was not like that. On the contrary, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. But she was a very quiet girl. She never spoke anything, and nobody had ever heard her laugh out loud. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, but that was all. Crooked means very strange. But she was not just like the rough boys. She never made noise. Nobody had ever heard laughing her loud. But sometimes she had often smiled, and that was also very much strange. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat in that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Boggins Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. But no one really thought much about Wanda Petrosky once she sat in the corner of the room. Even nobody knew why she sat there, why she had chose that seat, the corner seat. And also she came from the Boggins Heights. That was the reason that nobody wanted to talk to her. Boggins Heights was a place that was a filthy place, that was dirty place. And we come to know that that Boggins Heights was a filthy place because her feet were usually caked with dry mud. Her feet were always filled with dry mud. That's why we can say that Boggins Heights was a very filthy place, and she came from that place and nobody noticed her. And nobody had ever thought of Wanda Petrosky once she sat in the corner of the room. The time when they thought about Wanda was outside of school hours, at noon time when they were coming back to school, or in the morning early before school began, when groups of two or three or even more would be talking and laughing on their way to the schoolyard. When once she sat in the corner seat of the room, nobody bothered, but they thought about her when it was noon time, when they were coming back to the school, or it was in the early morning when they were going to school. Only that time they thought of Wanda, because they would be in groups. The students of the class would be in the groups of two or three or even more students, they would be talking and laughing on their way to the schoolyard. While talking and laughing on their way to the schoolyard, they would think about Wanda. Then sometimes they waited for Wanda to have fun with her. The reason was why they thought of her on the way, because they made fun with her. They mocked at her on the way. The next day, Tuesday, Wanda was not in school either, and nobody noticed her absence again. Now, the next day was Tuesday, again she was not in the school, and nobody noticed her absence. But Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks and who didn't track in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Wanda wasn't there. Now, on Wednesday also she was absent, and her absence was noticed by only two children, Peggy and Maddie, who were very good students and they always got good marks. Peggy was the most popular girl in school. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes, and her hair was curly. Maddie was her closest friend. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to school. Now here is the description of Peggy, that she was a very popular girl, she was a very pretty girl, and she had many beautiful clothes, she had many pretty clothes, and her hair was curly. And Maddie was one of the closest friend of Peggy. And the reason was why Maddie and Peggy noticed that she was absent. The reason was they were late to the school because of Wanda. They had waited and waited for Wanda to have some fun with her, and she just hadn't come. They often waited for Wanda Pentronsky to have fun with her. The reason was they both were late to the school because today they had waited for Wanda on the way, but she had not come. The reason was they wanted to make fun of Wanda. That's why they were waiting for her, but she didn't come to school, and that's why Maddie and Peggy both were absent to the school. No, sorry, they both were late to the school. Wanda Petronsky. Most of the children in room 13 didn't have names like that. They had names easy to say, like Thomas, Smith, or Allen. There was one boy named Bounce, Willie Bounce, and people thought that was funny, but not funny in the same way that Petronsky was. Now, Wanda Petrosky was a different name. All the students laughed at her name because it was a strange name, it was weird. Whereas the other students had very easy name, just like Thomas, Smith, or Allen. And there was one boy whose name was Bounce, Willie Bounce. Even the people thought that that was a funny name, but not funny in the same way that Petrosky was. Even they thought Petrosky was a much funnier name than Willie Bounce. Wanda didn't have any friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress that didn't hang right. Didn't hang right means didn't fit properly. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. She didn't have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn hard ground. Hopscotch is the name of a game in which children hop into and over squares marked on the ground. Now, Wanda hadn't many friends, but most of the students talked to her. She came to school alone and also went back home alone. And she was always seen in a faded blue dress that was not fitting properly to her, and also it was never ironed, but it was clean. And most of the girls talked to her and they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn hard ground. And most of the times she was surrounded by the girls whenever she would be looking at the little girls playing hopscotch on the worn hard ground. Wanda, Peggy would say in a most courteous manner, as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Miss Mason is the name of the teacher. Sometimes Peggy would talk to her in the same way as she would be talking to her teacher. Wanda, she would say, giving one of her friends a nudge. Nudge means a gentle push. Then she would push her one of her friends, and then she would say, "Tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet?" And then she would start asking her questions, how many dresses she had in her closet. 100, Wanda would say. Then Wanda would give answer that she had 100 dresses. 100, exclaimed all the little girls incredulously. Incredulously means showing unwillingness to believe. Means uh, they were not showing willingness that she had 100 dresses, and the little ones would stop playing hopscotch and then listen. When Wanda would say that she had 100 dresses, the little girls would not believe that, and they would stop playing hopscotch and they would listen to their conversation. Yea, 100, all lined up, said Wanda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. What are they like? All silk, I bet, said Peggy. Yea, all silk, all colors. Velvet too? Yea, velvet too, 100 dresses. Wanda would repeat stolidly. Stolidly means not showing any feeling. All lined up in my closet. Again, Peggy would make fun of her, and she would ask her that all the 100 dresses are made of silk, they are of all colors, they are of made of velvet. And Wanda would also accept that she had all the dresses made of silk, velvet, and of all colors, and they are all lined up in the closet. Then they would let her go, and then before she had gone very far, they couldn't help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. And then Wanda would go to her home, and after she would go, they all the girls would start laughing, and they would while laughing they would produce much sound. 100 dresses, obviously. The only dress Wanda had was the blue one she wore every day. So why did she say she had 100? What a story. Although she was always seen in a blue dress only, and then what was the reason why she would always say that she had 100 dresses? How many shoes did you say you had? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this, all alike. Oh no, every pair is different, all colors, all lined up. And when she would be asked that how many pair of shoes she had, then she would say that she had 60 pairs of shoes. And also she would say that every pair is different and they are of all colors. Peggy, who had thought up this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friends, were always the last to leave. Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in the funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. Now, this game, while asking Wanda how many dresses and pair of shoes she had, this game was made by Peggy and Maddie was her inseparable friend, and they were always the last to leave. And finally, Wanda would leave the street, and she would be in dull eyes, and her mouth would always be closed. Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies, and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that is cruel way to treat Wanda?" she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that that was a lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person else. Why did she have a name like that anyway? They never made her cry. Actually, Peggy was not a cruel girl. She made fun of Wanda only because Wanda would always say that she had 100 dresses, and Peggy thought that she always told a lie. Then what was the reason why she told a lie? And she was also not an ordinary person because she had a different name, and why she had such a name. And then she would say that she had never made her cry. As for Maddie, this business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had was bothering her. But this thing asking Wanda Every day that how many dresses, how many hats, and how many this and that she had was bothering Maddie very much. The Maddie was poor herself. The reason was why it was bothering her because she was also very poor. She usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes. Hand-me-down clothes means the old clothes handed down by someone else. Because she also wore such type of the clothes that were second-hand clothes that were very old clothes and were given to her by someone. Thank goodness she didn't live up on Boggins Heights or have a funny name. But she thought that it's good that she didn't live in Boggins Heights, and also she had not a funny name. Otherwise, she would also have been mocked at by others. Sometimes, when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. And once sometimes Maddie would be with Peggy and they would be making fun of her. Then Peggy would be making fun of Wanda. Then Maddie would feel very much embarrassed and she would also feel very much shameful. But she would not say anything, and then she would start counting the marbles in the palm of her hand. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dresses game. And also, she had never paid so much attention to Wanda. Only this game was invented by Peggy, asking her about the dresses, about the different things that she had. But she had never bothered. She had never started such type of game, and she would never have asked her about this. She wasn't as poor as Wanda, perhaps, but she was poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. But she was a sensible girl. She had a knowledge that she should never say that she had 100 dresses, but she was not as poor as Wanda. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Pentrosky. And also, she would also like that nobody would mock at her, nobody would start such a game with her. Also, she wished that Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Pentrosky, as she had never liked that she was teased by Peggy and the other students. As she was also poor and also she had no dresses just like uh, Peggy, she was also poor. But had only she had sense that she would never say that she had 100 dresses. Otherwise, the other students, would start mocking at her just like Wanda Pentrosky. And also, she wishes that Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Pentrosky. Okay, students, this is enough for the day, and remaining part of the chapter we will do in the next class. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.